Airthings, as many of you know, is a Norwegian PropTech scale-up that was recently listed on Euronext Growth. Airthings for Business provides a comprehensive indoor air quality monitoring and insight solution for commercial buildings. Airthings have developed a range of wireless and battery-operated devices, and wow, recently recognized, you guys, by Time magazine as one of the best inventions in 2019. And now, to talk about how Airthings can help you adapt to the energy crisis, here is Martin McGloin.
Thank you, Kaya. Thank you. We want to talk about our product roadmap and where we're heading with Airthings for Business, and what kind of solutions and products we will bring to you as our partners to succeed globally. But before we start talking about our products, let me take a step backwards. This was a historic moment. You can see Anlaug, one of the software developers in the Airthings for Business team, looking with a bit of trepidation. This was the first ever building being installed with Airthings for Business. We were doing early user testing with the Høg Eiendom here in Oslo. And I know Anlaug was a little bit nervous to see whether they could figure out how to actually add a device in our dashboards. But the installation went fine. And this is only not even 4 years ago. We launched to market with Airthings for Business September 2019. We're not even 3 years old. And since this first building, we've gone from 1 building to 6,000 buildings globally on more than 4 continents. And as Øyvind mentioned earlier, we're so close to reach a very exciting milestone from us, 100,000 air quality monitors deployed globally. That is a good idea. I know the Airthings for Business product team are incredibly proud to know that the products that they have helped bring to the market are monitoring 15,000 classrooms around the world, ensuring that they have an opportunity to create a healthy and safe and productive learning environment. But after leading the product team in Airthings for 4 years and being on this fantastic journey, it comes a point where you have to take out the product baton and pass it on to someone else. So I'd like to introduce the new director of products in Airthings and pass the pink product baton to Joakim Lindh. Okay, we have to do it as a... Whoppa!
How good it is to be back at the Air Summit. I'm so excited.
I know you're excited.
But what are you going to do?
Good question. So retirement is getting close. So I think, we have some fantastic products, and I think a lot more people in the world deserve to hear about them. So I'm going to step into more of a growth-focused role and lead up the Airthings for Business marketing activities. So there'll be even more of that coming. So now I'll be pestering you to make sure we have something exciting to launch at the upcoming conferences. I think actually more useful than that baton, maybe you want this one?
Yes, please.
There you go.
Thank you.
And let us know, what's your plans for the Airthings for Business products, Joakim?
What is my plans? Well, first of all, I'm continuing the fantastic journey that you've started with Airthings for Business. It has been quite the journey, to say the least. So I want to take the opportunity to walk you through some of the insightful aspects of what we're doing, what our products will be doing, where we are heading, okay? And what we're working on. And to the main topic, how can we help you to adapt to the energy crisis, our partners? But first, 1 year ago, I did a prediction or a statement during the Air Summit. Let me rewind to the Air Summit of 2021. I walk through the evolution of Airthings in terms of our products have developed over time. And I used a methodology presented by two smart guys in a Harvard Business Review article from 2014. Now, this is 8 years ago. And at the Air Summit last year, I said that we were approaching into the final step of this evolution. It's called revolution because of the impact the businesses are challenged by, but in essence, we end up in something called system of systems. Now, what is system of systems? Our data today is used to control buildings, hundreds of sensors in buildings across the world. Our products are being used to proactively improve school and commercial buildings worldwide. Our system is connected to other systems. It started with partnerships where we had partners who brought their own dashboard or solution, took in our data, and added value to it. And now we also have actuators, partners who in the most direct manner take control over a building. Lindh, who you're going to hear more about later today. The last part here, system of systems, it's all about value network. So we're moving away from the traditional stuff. This is a traditional value chain and moving into the aspect of as partners working together to do something different. And this is just the beginning. Airthings is a hardware-enabled software company, and that puts us in a very unique position. We create the hardware, the products. We also create the software solution, and together with our partners, we're taking it to the next step. And that's what today is all about, what we do together with our partners. So once again, I'd like to welcome you all here today. These are the core values of Airthings: love, dare, focus. We have been changing the indoor air quality industry by making the invisible visible. And we've done so in an offering that is centralized around simplicity. It should be simple, right? It should be simple to improve the indoor air quality, the productivity. It should be simple to make buildings more efficient. Now, hardware is very dear to me. Most of my career has been dedicated to it. The connectivity, the interoperability, the technical sensor capability. There is so much more we can do with our existing platforms, and there are plenty to explore with emerging technologies. We will explore, we will adapt, and we will put system of systems to the test. Now, these core values of Airthings, how do they actually tie into what we do and what we're currently prioritizing? We have 3 focus areas. The first one is the foundation. We need to make sure to have automated self-service tools for our partners to help them to scale. We need to have a robust, high-quality product portfolio that simply works. Installing 5 sensors is a lot different than installing 500, 5,000, or even 10,000 sensors in a building or a larger set of buildings. Value. What is a software as a service offering without value? We have a very enriched software offering with actionable insights that we're going to continue to iterate on. Things that also will end up in the API provided to our partners so they can enrich their own solution even further. And for the hardware, with new technology, making sure that we can enable new use cases and applications. Last but not least, innovation. Super important. How can we bridge the gap between cloud-connected buildings and on-prem control? How can we disrupt the dinosaur business, as one of our famous partners would put it? And we need to do all this in a responsible way. What does that mean? What does responsible mean? It means that we need to have, I know that there's a lot of people who don't like the word say sustainability, but we need to have sustainability in mind for every step of the design, production, and life cycle of a product. We need to make sure that the sourcing and manufacturing have fair working conditions. We need to avoid waste, hazardous chemicals, and we need to make sure that we use conflict-free materials. We need to be carbon-free. Now, what does that mean? What does carbon-free really mean? It means that we need to reduce the size, weight, volume of our products, our packaging. We need to take care and make sure to minimize the environmental transportation burden. And we need to design for minimum energy consumption. We need to reinforce the partner experience, the product experience, and allow 10 years of durable products with an awesome experience. And I think you met this new family member. It's been presented today as well. Space CO2 Mini has been designed, developed, and produced in the most responsible way yet. Space CO2 Mini is how we scale responsibly. Space CO2 Mini is how our partners scale responsibly. Space CO2 Mini is designed to scale responsibly. Lowest overall environmental impact, wireless up to 10 years or more. 58% decrease in CO2 emissions, 84% decrease in the emissions from the PCB, reduced in the plastic environmental impact up to 74%. This is something we're super proud about. I'm super proud about. I think this is going to take the world by storm. And I'm going to share something with you that I don't think has come fully to people's minds when they've read about this product. But this Space CO2 Mini comes pre-calibrated in production, meaning that there is no need anymore to wait for 7 days until this device is up and running and provide accurate data. This works on day 1. We are customer-driven in our development. The things we do is based on the feedback our partners and customers provide to us. And we're currently faced with the biggest challenge yet. The core optimization problem. Airthings have made sure that we have healthy buildings across the world. It starts with monitoring. We have been putting a lot of investments in the healthy building aspect of our solution. We've made tools how to provide methods and to ensure that we can actually reach that point. Why have we focused on healthy buildings? This is going to get tiresome now. But your facility manager do have the greatest impact to your health compared to your doctor. As Dr. Joe Allen put it in his book, Healthy Building, and he used that citation when he presented in the White House a couple of weeks ago as well. Indoor air quality has been focused throughout the pandemic to be able to have well-ventilated spaces to increase productivity in school, but also to reduce the infection risk, right? The solution have been to start to monitor, see that, oh, these spaces are underventilated. Let's tune it up. What happens? We overventilate. And you will hear more about that when Tommy at Energy Control talks later today. But in essence, we are using a lot of energy to satisfy our indoor air quality goals, while the energy prices are skyrocketing. So what we want to do is help you find the balance to the core optimization problem. And I would like to invite up our senior product manager, Mikael, to the stage to talk about our software offering and maybe give you some sneak peeks as well. Mikael, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Joakim. Can you hear me? Yeah? I'm not just talking loud, okay. So, part of my job, maybe I would say one of the most important parts of my job, is to talk to a lot of these facility managers that Joakim mentioned. And compared to me, they seem to have a real job They are out in buildings, they are wearing like working clothes, they have screwdrivers in their pockets, and they don't have the time to look at computer screens and monitor data 24/7. So we need to help them. And that's what we're trying to do with our increasingly advanced software offering. We're trying to help facility managers and the operations around them, around the world, make data-driven decisions. And I think this mirrors what has been spoken about earlier today. It's a lot about how can we move from making decisions, or not making decisions because we don't have access to the data, to look at data and make data-driven decisions about how our buildings should run. And of course, we in Norway have been blessed with having almost free electricity for, I would say, I don't know, I'm not that old, but since we built up our hydropower operations. But it's a different story now. So we see, and again, this has been talked about earlier today, there's just enormous opportunities for optimizing, not just to achieve a healthy building, but to achieve the balance between a healthy building and an energy optimized building. So that's a really strong focus for us as of this moment. How can we help your customers? Because you are our partners, so you are helping the customers solve this. How can we help them achieve this balance? And whether that's through our own interface, what we usually refer to as our dashboard, or through the interfaces that are made on top of our data, leveraging our APIs. So I want to show one short example that we've been working on for a while now. And we know, again, this was mentioned earlier today as well, we know that a lot of buildings are just running 24/7. It might be 22, 23, we've seen 25, 26 degrees Celsius in the middle of the night in a school building, all weekend in a school building, all year long. And I've seen now there's a lot of focus on lowering temperatures while people are at the office, during office hours. So we're going to save money, but people are going to be cold. But it's worth the trade-off. There's even regulations, especially in the public sector, to reduce temperatures down to as low as 19 degrees Celsius. That's pretty cold. So what we've been looking at is, okay, before you start forcing your employees and students to freeze, why don't you take a look at temperatures when there's not people in the building? So this is an example that we're releasing this month. It's our first energy optimizations feature, where we're leveraging outdoor and indoor temperatures, and we're basically looking for, are you heating or cooling? Because even if it's cold in Europe, or at least Scandinavia now, the problem is opposite in other parts of the world. But are you seeing constant temperatures at night or during the weekends, basically when the building is not in use? So with this, we'll automatically surface a huge potential for optimizing buildings. And yeah, we're really excited to launch this very soon. And it's going to be available, as you see here, in our dashboard. And of course, also for those who want to use it over our APIs. This is a first step, but we're also currently exploring similar things related to ventilation and even lighting, because our sensors, there's a light sensor in our products as well. So we know that buildings are being used differently than before. There's more remote work or hybrid work, and we also know there's less data available to do this. And some of you have maybe been using this through our products already, what we've referred to as occupancy. But we've been really busy trying to improve this, because you can monitor this in buildings, but it's often yet another device to purchase, another device to install, another device to keep in the fleet. So we are really proud that we'll soon be releasing presence insights at scale, new and improved. It will be available in our dashboard and also over our external APIs. So with this, we can solve a lot of the problems that were mentioned earlier, but without the need to purchase a dedicated presence sensor. We're really excited about these things. I think these are just a few examples. We're working on more, but I don't want to show, show too much. Then people start asking, yeah, when? Is it next week? Is it in 2 weeks? Yeah, when? It's a good question, though. If no one cares, then that would have been worse. But in general, I think the theme is we're working to leverage all the data and to translate it into insights so that you don't need to do that job on your own. And if you want to talk more about this, energy, IAQ, aggregation of insights, I'll be in the product bar in the breaks. It's not a real bar, so we don't serve beer, at least not yet. But we have a lot of eagerness to talk about these things. So that was a few sneak peeks. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mikael. Going from raw data to actionable energy insights is definitely very, very exciting. Also making inferences of what's happening in a space which allows us to understand buildings better. As we scale into thousands of buildings around the globe, you may be wondering, how can we install that many products in a very simplified manner? And for that, I'd like to invite Martin McGloin back to the stage, because you're not really done with products,
No.
are you?
But Mikael, I feel like there's one thing that we've had, we don't have much CO2. Another thing we don't have much of yet is selfies. Can we do a selfie with everyone here? Mikael, come on up.
I wonder why he became a marketing director.
It begins. Look beautiful. Yeah, you look very tiny in the background, but it's okay, it's good. I brought with me up this egg carton, and it is true what what Joakim said. We're very proud of where we come with our products. This is the most sustainable product we've ever released to the market. We've rethought all the packaging, even to the stage now when you open it up, you get these nice double layers of not eggs, but space CO2 minis. And they come in a 4-pack for a reason, because you shouldn't ever only need one. You know, we have an ambition to, these should be around the world, high density. You need a rich data layer in your building to optimize it, understand how it operates and how it functions. And I know a lot of you have been out in a building, in a school, in an office, with your laptops, typing in serial numbers and ID codes. Has any of you been and done that before? You know the pain of installing some sensors. It's fast. It works fine, so you can go with if you have Wi-Fi, but it's not as fast as we'd like it to be. One of the North Star metrics we've had in the product team is devices installed per minute. Because a key USP is to be the most cost-efficient, fastest IoT solution in the market to install. And as Joakim said, today, and we're at the Air Summit, we have to do a product announcement. We have to do a product release. And from 6:15 this morning, you can do your punchline now. Now there's an app for that. So let me show you, for all our partners out there, we've launched an installation and maintenance app. It's called Airthings Pro, because you guys truly are pro. And let me show you how awesome this is. Can we see if we can get everything up? And this is, of course, a very stressful live demo and everything. I go into the App Store. Let's see. Can we see my screen? Not yet. That was good, actually, because I had some embarrassing photos there. Starting broadcast now. That's a very, very enthusiastic audio guy in the back there, waving at you. Okay, we're going to the App Store, Airthings Pro. Ooh. If you have Android, it's there as well, okay? Don't worry. So we open it up. I was the first one in the world to get to install it in production. Stefan was the second one, and I think Remy, you were the third one. So if you want to be in the top 10, You go into the store now and get installed. We open it up, and of course, we're at the Airthings Central. I already logged in to not have to show you my password. And what I want to do now is just show you how fast it is. So, Joakim, you challenged me.
I will take time.
No, you promised me the Peppa Pig timer.
Oh, no, it was Paw Patrol, but my kid had to use it this morning.
Yeah, okay. Who thinks I can make a new world record of installing an Airthings for Business device on stage live in Air Summit? Raise your hands. Woo! Okay. You ready with the timer? Let's turn this on. Okay, I put it in the box. I'll make it exciting. I'll close the lid. So let's see how quickly we can go from no data to some data. Devices are down. No cheating. No sticks this time.
3, 2, 1, go!
I take the device out of the box. I release the bracket. I press Add Device in the app. Don't blink. Don't blink. Oh, it was already scanned. We got the ID and the serial number. What are we calling this? We're at the stage, save, done, state. Okay, autocorrect, sorry, Norwegian. And I need to mount it on the wall. There's no wall on the stage. Where do we mount it? Oh no, but I already planned this. We go here. Done.
35 seconds.
Woo! So our current devices per minute for Airthings is 2. That's an exciting North Star metric.
Thank you, Martin.
Thank you, Joakim.
And
okay, I'm done with product now. Over to marketing.
And that actually sums it up. I hope you had a glimpse into how Airthings can help you adapt to the energy crisis. It starts with monitoring. And with that, I think we open up for a few questions we might have time for. Bring it on. Questions.
Surely someone wants to ask when.
Yeah. We don't operate with timeline in the product team, unfortunately. Everything is crystal clear. All right. Enjoy your day.